Ever met someone who thinks the world revolves around them, only to see karma catch up in the most satisfying way possible? Buckle up, because today we're diving into a story where a cocky passenger learned humility the hard way after disrespecting an older gentleman on a first-class flight, without knowing he'd just insulted a Hollywood legend. Before we get further into this jaw-dropping moment, quickly drop a comment below and let us know where you're watching from. And hey, if stories about respect, resilience, and standing up for what's right speak to you, hit subscribe for more unforgettable narratives. It was an early morning flight from Phoenix to Los Angeles. Passengers yawned, sipped their overpriced airport coffees, and checked notifications on their phones. First-class passengers moved in their usual calm, confident way, settling into their plush seats. One passenger stood out, not because he was special, but because he thought he was. In his tailored navy suit and polished shoes, this businessman looked around as if the plane was his private jet. Just as he got comfortable, an older gentleman walked slowly down the aisle, carrying nothing but a small bag. His worn jacket and simple clothes didn't exactly scream first class, and the businessman couldn't help himself. He smirked loudly, saying, "Looks like first class isn't as exclusive as it used to be." The older man glanced his way briefly, smiled softly, and said nothing. Annoyed by the older man's silence, the businessman continued, "What's the occasion? Charity upgrade?" He chuckled, thinking himself clever. Still, the older man didn't respond. His calm and quiet strength somehow annoyed the businessman even more, who couldn't understand why he wasn't getting a reaction. The plane took off smoothly, and as soon as they reached cruising altitude, the businessman decided to double down. Loudly, to make sure others could hear, he turned to the older man again. "I'm just curious," he sneered. "What's someone like you doing in first class? Lottery win? Or reminiscing about the good old days when planes still had propellers?" Other passengers shifted uncomfortably. A woman nearby frowned, clearly disturbed by his rude remarks. Just then, the flight attendant approached, smiling warmly at the older man. "Mr. Eastwood, would you like coffee or tea?" The businessman froze. Eastwood? As in Clint Eastwood? The older man smiled politely, responding, "Coffee. Black, please." Clint Eastwood, Hollywood icon, legendary actor and director. The Clint Eastwood. Realization hit the businessman like a tidal wave, washing the color from his face. Whispers immediately spread through the cabin. Everyone stared in shock, some excitedly, others sympathetically at the now pale-faced businessman. Panicked, the businessman tried to salvage what dignity he had left. He stammered, "Excuse me, Mr. Eastwood. I didn't realize. I'm sorry if I offended you." Eastwood turned slowly, eyes calm and piercing. He replied evenly, "And if I wasn't who you think I am? Would that have made your words acceptable?" The businessman went silent, utterly speechless. The cabin seemed to hold its breath as Eastwood, without another word, returned to looking out the window. For the rest of the flight, the businessman sat quietly, replaying the exchange. It wasn't Eastwood's fame that humbled him. It was the simple, powerful truth behind his words. Respect isn't about someone's status or fame. It's about your own character. As the plane descended into Los Angeles, the businessman felt the heavy weight of embarrassment and self-awareness. He'd boarded the plane feeling superior. He was leaving humbled. As passengers stood to leave, Eastwood collected his bag and paused briefly beside the businessman. With surprising gentleness, he said, "Take care of yourself." Those simple words hit deeper than any lecture could have. The businessman nodded silently, understanding fully what had just happened. That day, everyone aboard learned something vital. True power isn't loud, flashy, or arrogant. It's quiet, strong, and respectful. Exactly how Eastwood had handled the entire situation. The businessman stepped off the plane, knowing he'd never forget this lesson. And now, Neither will you. If this powerful story hit home, don't forget to subscribe and check out the next incredible story popping up on your screen right now.